Loyalty without respect is useless. That is something a lot of people learn too late in relationships, friendships, even family dynamics, because we have been conditioned to believe that loyalty is the highest form of love. That if someone stays, they automatically deserve access, patience, and forgiveness. But staying is not enough. Being present is not enough. History is not enough. Because loyalty without respect eventually becomes control, entitlement, and emotional exhaustion. At first, it does not look like a problem. Yeah, you call it, we have been through a lot together. You call it, they have always been there. You call it, I can't just leave them. But over time, something starts to feel off. Loyalty does not cancel disrespect because you can be loyal to someone and still be dismissed. You can stay and still be undervalued. You can be present and still be emotionally ignored. Yeah. And that is where people get stuck. Confusing loyalty with permission to tolerate anything. Just because someone has stayed in your life for a long time does not mean they are treating you right in it. Respect is what makes loyalty meaningful. Without respect, loyalty becomes obligation. It becomes guilt. It becomes pressure to stay, even when you are not being treated properly. And that is not love, that is conditioning. Because real loyalty does not require you to shrink yourself, it does not require you to beg for consideration, it does not require you to constantly prove your worth to someone who already decided how they see you. Some people are loyal to your presence, but disrespectful to your value. They want you around, but not fully seen. They want you available, but not necessarily respected. They want access, but not accountability. And if you're not careful, they start normalizing it. They start saying things like, that's just how they are. Or they did not mean it like that. Or at least they did not leave. You see? But staying is not the same as valuing. Not all loyalty is healthy. Some loyalty is fear of change. Some loyalty is attachment to history. Some loyalty is the inability to imagine life without someone who has already been disrespecting your boundaries for a long time. Yeah. And the more you tolerate disrespect in the name of loyalty, the more you teach people that your standards are flexible, that your feelings are negotiable, that your discomfort is survivable, that you will stay anyway. And at some point, you have to ask yourself the hard question: am I being loved or am I just being kept? Because there is difference between someone who values you and someone who simply does not want to lose access to you. Respect is shown in how people treat you when they don't have to impress you anymore, when they are comfortable, when they are not trying to win you over. That's when the truth shows up. Loyalty without respect becomes emotional imprisonment. They start staying out of habits, out of loyalty, out of guilt, out of fear of being seen as an ungrateful or disloyal. But deep down, you know it does not feel right because real connection should not require you to abandon your standards just to keep someone. If there is no respect, loyalty becomes one sided sacrifice. And one sided sacrifice always leads to burnout, resentment, emotional distance. So, no, loyalty alone is not enough. Because the truth is, you don't owe your presence to people who don't respect your word. And staying where respect is missing is not loyalty, it is self neglect.